What's up, everyone? This is Edric Snow, and once again, joining me today, we have the Clanking Dragon.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're finally finished, the finale.
Today, we're going to be discussing and sharing our thoughts on the treasons at Tumbleton, the season finale of House of the Dragon Season 3.
If you haven't done so already, make sure to go check out our last episode where we went over episode 6.
All right, let's get into it. So, I would say that the season finale was as good as it needed to be for this to be like a good season of television.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it that perfect 10 out of 10 episode? Not necessarily, but I think they showed us that House of the Dragon can still deliver on some really good moments.
Mm-hmm.
And at least for me, it left me in a good place for season 4. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I like the episode. I was looking online. I saw that I think it officially got a 9.1. Yeah, I'll go like anywhere from 8.5 to a 9, right? I mean, I think it hit
Yeah, I
everything.
think it was there.
Yeah, it hit everything that it needed to hit. The battle at Tumbleton was fire. I mean, they killed it. I think they did a great job. So yeah, I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, I think this kind of reminded me a little bit of some of the episodes from season 6 of Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Where it's like some of the plot lines can get a little messy, but like overall, you still felt like the epicness from the battles, and
right.
There was a lot of peak moments. Like that's kind of what I felt after the episode.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great comparison, right? Like it wasn't too far gone then, right? Like we were still within bounds, and things were just the cinematography was at its peak. So
yeah, for sure. But in any case, let's start things off with Rhaenyra at King's Landing. So word is spreading throughout the realm that both Aegon and Sunfire are alive, and Rhaenyra is panicking because this puts her claim into question once again, right?
Right.
But after a conversation with Daemon, she finally decides to take action on Tumbleton by ordering him to basically eliminate Ormond, Daeron, and the Hightower army once and for all.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that, on her finally deciding to take action?
No, I mean, I think it's the right choice, dude. Like we've been waiting for her to make a move, right? And she went about it in a smart way. Enough was enough. She had to, right? Aegon got resurrected. Like everyone's saying this guy is back. That's it. Like this is a terrible omen. He's back, our rightful king. He's here to save us. So she's
even
like,
used the words "He is risen."
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. So like her back is against the wall. So she's like, all right, it's time to unleash Daemon, right? And to his credit, he didn't do as much damage. Like he didn't want to burn those kids. He told them to get out of the way. So that was low key on them. Like, he tried his best.
She let her dog loose, but the dog had a nuzzle, so it was like he wasn't able to completely go all out. But yeah, she finally decided to act, and I think it might have been a little bit too late.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if she did it earlier, obviously. Before Ulf would have fully converted, let's say. Or, just in general, like acting sooner against Ormond and Daeron, maybe not taking them as serious. Granted, I'll give her some credit, right? She had to deal with the whole murder mystery plot that Ormond had going on, right? This guy's like a fucking Disney villain over there on the other side. But yeah, no, I mean...
all things considered, I don't think Rhaenyra had any other choice but to finally do something, because like now that Aegon and Sunfire are back, like the entire board completely shifted again. So she was like no longer in a position where she could just sit back on her dragons and play the long game,
right?
Which is what I feel like she thought she could do.
Yeah,
beforehand.
Yeah. Of course, she keeps saying how she's ordained and she has 6 dragons, right? Like who's gonna fuck with her? But little does she know.
It's kind of like that. Like sometimes when people talk about how like a team in sports might look good on paper, but like until they actually play the game, like you never know what might happen. And that's basically what happened here. Because like, yeah, Rhaenyra had 6 dragons on paper, but she wasn't really doing anything with it. And now the game just flipped on its head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, and she gets to the point where she's like, damn, this is all Viserys' fault, right? Like she finally accepts it.
She didn't know what else to blame, so
right. She's like, right? Fucking Viserys, man. How did you feel about her invoking him in this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's like one single person that deserves the blame for the way things turned out, but I do think Viserys is up there. If we like make a list and just start throwing blame around,
right?
Him and Otto, right?
Yeah.
But I think Viserys knew that the realm was going to have a hard time accepting a female ruler, and he made Rhaenyra his heir anyways.
Yeah.
And he also chose to take up another wife and continue having kids. So, yeah, I feel like Rhaenyra was somewhat justified to blame Viserys, even if
Mhm.
it didn't feel like warranted in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I definitely do think he should have a huge part of the blame. Granted, he was a peacetime king, right? Viserys the peaceful, so he didn't have to endure much during his reign. So of course, that's when the seeds of war and rebellion are planted during the times of peace.
Yeah,
Um,
I think him being a peacetime king and kind of having like a good heart in a way
mhm,
kind of blinded him towards what Westeros might look like after his death. Because I don't think, especially after that dinner scene where he saw the family together,
mhm.
he definitely didn't think things would turn out the way they did,
Oh,
right?
never in a million years.
So I think he died thinking that everything would be all right, even if there would be like some tension or whatever. But
Right.
I don't think he expected the whole house to burn down.
Yeah, yeah, no, and not only that, like the dragons going extinct, right? Like he would have
Yeah.
never predicted that. He's like, we have more dragons than we've ever had in our lives. This is like, our dynasty is stronger than ever.
Yeah, that's why the show started with the only thing that could take down the House of the Dragon was itself. So it's
Exactly.
like, yeah, they had all these dragons, but what if they decide to kill each other?
Yeah. No, I mean you're definitely right, and we're seeing the chaos of it now. But yeah, I mean Rhaenyra was just kind of on one after that, right? Like she started making moves around the castle. She's like, all right, it's time to start making moves. And one of those big ones, was cutting Mizari off, like out of nowhere. She's like, hey, pack your shit up. You're getting on a ship.
Yeah,
You're never coming back, but
she
we'll give
called the
you money.
Uber.
Yeah, yeah. Here's your ship. Go to Pentos and never return. Here's a bag of bread. Good luck.
Yeah, she kind of pulled what Tyrion tried to do to Shay in Game of
Exactly.
Thrones,
Yes.
and they both decided that they weren't leaving. But yeah, I think cutting her off wasn't necessarily like the right or the wrong thing to do because I think it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Right.
Because like keeping Mysaria around and setting her free, like they both have their pros and cons.
Right.
I think letting her go prevents her from, like gaining more power at court, but you also risk turning her against you. And
Mhm.
then on the other hand, if you keep her at court, you have, like a master of whispers that can help you keep an eye on things, but you also risk her having or serving her own agenda.
Right.
So yeah, I guess it all comes down to like picking your poison in a way. But if I were in Rhaenyra's shoes, I probably would have waited until after the war,
Yeah, man. At least.
or at least until things were more stable. Because
Dude, she has enough enemies. Why make another one? And she knows how much information Mizaria knows, right? Like she knows how useful she could be. So I don't really see like this whole impromptu, like super impulsive firing of Mizaria.
yeah, and at the very least, she's too dangerous to just let out into the world. I would just keep her prisoner. Like if Rhaenyra really didn't want her around, like or to have any sort of influence on anything, I would have imprisoned her at the very least,
Mhm.
not like let her out into the wild.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
don't know. That was insane, right? I mean, she snuck out and now she's going to be right under their noses in King's Landing, running shit like how she was before, having her informants everywhere. Rhaenyra's most loyal, lady in waiting is Linda Massey. We've seen her the entire season. And for sure, she's going to kind of betray Rhaenyra too, because, Rhaenyra's going to think everybody's going to betray her.
Yeah, and it was kind of ambiguous. Do you think she was also under Mysaria? Because when they
Yeah,
when she was
sorry,
like,
my
"Oh,
lady. Like, yeah, like
like
you can
this
tell
was
she's
kind
one
of
of
out
her
of
agents.
nowhere."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can tell they have their own relationship aside from Rhaenyra.
But yeah, that just goes to show you how deep the influence goes. Even in the Red Keep, Mysaria has influence.
Yeah.
So why would you turn her against you at the worst time?
Dude, when Otto met with Missaria, she was like, "Oh, my condolences about your king." And it's because Alicent's handmaiden was the one that did like the candles on
Yeah,
the wall to give Missaria the signal that the king was dead. So, she's definitely very powerful. And the worst part is, man, they didn't utilize her to her full potential. Like she didn't really do shit, right? Like she's supposed to be competing with Laris, and Laris was making way more moves. Laris had Otto and handed that to them on a silver platter, and Mizaria hasn't really done shit except get roasted by Sylvie. So it's like, what are you guys doing with her?
yeah. But I think that was kind of by design. I think Mysaria was holding back. For example, like a couple of episodes ago, I think she definitely could have spoken up and
Yes, with Alicent.
Now with that saying, I mean with the whole plot, the murder mystery, she for
Oh,
sure heard things or had an inclination of who it might be, but she just didn't say anything.
yeah.
I think that was an instance where she probably wanted a little bit of chaos to stir to kind of like sway things in her direction, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, it's a wise man once said, "Chaos is a ladder," and that's what she's trying to do. Get an opportunity to keep growing. That's why Sylvie tries. They're like, "Oh, you think you're all high and mighty? You with these silk dresses, and you take me to the foot of the Iron Throne for what? So that I can tell
Kiss the
you how
ring.
great you're doing? Yeah, kiss the ring. Literally, kiss the ring. So yeah, I mean, let's see, bro. I think they could have done way more with her this season. I kind of already know more or less where they're going to go with
The
her in season
direction.
4. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's pretty obvious now. Not going to get into spoilers now, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that Mysaria is gonna do whatever it takes to bring Rhaenyra down.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
So
now there's a
you
fucking
better be
vendetta.
ready. But on that note, let's move on to Helaena.
Mhm.
So Helaena isn't doing too well. She's only allowed to touch grass once a day, and she's refusing to eat anything, which
Yeah,
is not only bad for her, but also for her unborn child.
right.
So Rhaenyra decides to pay her a visit to have a little chat, and then Rhaenyra forces her to eat food.
Hmm.
So I think it's obvious that Helena's depressed at this point, and from her point of view, like, what's the point of eating?
Yeah.
Because she's gonna stay alive. That means that she's gonna continue being a hostage inside the Red Keep. And I mean, I would be depressed too. So like, I can't really blame her, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I'm
100%.
basically on house arrest, and I could only go outside for an hour every day
Yeah. And her who she loves nature, she loves bugs. I mean, they've been talking about this from the season
from the
1,
beginning.
right? Yeah, they've been building her up for that. So no, I mean, for me, I love how they executed this one. They really kind of landed the alley-oop from episode 7 with the visions that she had, right, where she saw the gray mare. It just so happens when she's coming back from the Godswood that her time is up, where her eyes are super red and full of tears. She sees the
Yeah,
gray mare. She sees that scene. And it was Mizaria that tells her, hey, look, no matter what, like you're fucked, like this and that, like it's doomsday with Rhaenyra. And it's funny because in the books, Mizaria is also the last person that kind of sees Helaena. And Mushroom says that she took that opportunity to say, hey, Maelor was torn to pieces. Obviously, this isn't going to happen in the show. This is a book thing. But it was Mizaria that kind of said the last words to Helaena before she jumps out the window into the spikes, right? So I liked how they went about kind of incorporating that, within their own storyline. And then
yeah,
in Helena's eyes, it's probably like, okay, well, even if I have the kid, she had the other vision where as soon as the kid is born, the Kingsguard take her away or take the kid away, and then she never sees him again. So she's like, what is the point of me
yeah.
living?
It's like a lose-lose in her
Yeah, like what
situation.
is the point of this? So I'm not gonna eat and I'm gonna jump out a window.
Yeah, I just feel like at this point, Helena feels like she doesn't have any like friends, any allies. She has
Hmm.
nothing to live for. Even if she does have a kid,
Right.
it's going to be taken away from her and used against her
Yeah.
as a political pawn or a political tool.
Yeah.
So, and Helena was probably one of the only characters that didn't give a shit about the game. She just wanted
Pure
to
of heart,
have her
bro.
chickens, like she wanted her own little chicken coop.
And that's
She wanted
it.
to live on a farm somewhere and be in grass all day.
Yeah.
So the one wholesome person in this story had the most tragic ending,
Yeah, no,
unfortunately.
man, it sucks. I wish we would have gotten more lines. I mean, dude, she fucking killed it in that scene with, you're ugly, the things you care about are ugly, right? And like, you don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about. Like, she just, read her like a book, and she fucking killed it, man. I wish she got a little bit more scenes. I like that we got, some visions and dreams that she had this season. I was like, there's no way we're gonna end the season without a single fucking dream. That's what, as we were getting closer to the end. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, the whole butterflies leaving, like the scene, like I like that. I mean, I don't know if that's like her, like Allison noticing, which we'll get to Allison later because I don't know how the fuck Allison found people, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. How do you feel about Rhaenyra force feeding Helena?
dude. I mean, she forced her hand. Like, you don't want to keep fucking with Rhaenyra, dude. She's not Viserys. She's definitely got that Daemon in her. She has that. She's the blood of the dragon. right? Like, don't get it
Yeah,
twisted. She's not gonna let you die. You're gonna be a fucking prisoner. You're only gonna get the hour a day. You guys tried to escape, so it is what it is.
yeah, I think her patience was running thin because her reign hasn't exactly been stable, and now that Aegon is back, I think she's starting to feel the pressure, like the walls closing in around her, which kind of like, in my opinion, accelerated her descent into the dark side. Um, but yeah, I think this is one of the more evil things that she's done from what I can remember. But little did we know that this was just the beginning, because later on, Rhaenyra decides to walk into the Sept of Baelor and assassinate the Pope, basically, the High Septon, for not anointing her. So in one episode, she goes from force feeding her pregnant sister to murdering the Pope inside the Vatican. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it makes any sense, or has she completely lost it?
No, I mean, it makes sense, right? She's definitely like off the wagon now, right? Like, it's over. She pulled up to church and said, "Fuck your gods. They don't tell me shit. This is an empty house of bricks." Like,
I feel so bad for Alan,
yeah,
because Alan, like, you could tell that he didn't want to do that.
No,
And
he was forced to kill the Pope.
It just sucks because, he grew up a bastard. He grew up poor with his brother. Now that he's finally put in a position where he can kind of like make a name for himself, do his duty, he's being asked to murder the High Septon, for
Right.
no. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say for no good reason, but the guy didn't even get like a trial or or anything. Like, he just
ain't no trial, bro.
Rhaenyra was the jury. She was the judge.
Yeah.
And Alan was the executioner. So.
Yeah. Literally, bro. It's like she said, dude, like, she doesn't answer to their gods. And it's funny, he had a line, he's like, "You may have 6 dragons, but I have a 7-faced god," right? That's
that
more
was a bar, though.
Yeah, no, it was a bar. But it was giving me like flashes of Maegor the Cruel, right? Like, that's who they, they label Rhaenyra the Cruel, right? Maegor with teats. That's what they say in the books. Right? So
I'll probably pop that line next season.
Yeah, I want to see Maegor with teats. But yeah, I mean, he killed the Septon and started the war with the Faith. Obviously, this is gonna definitely, bite her in the ass.
Fire into that,
yeah. And then she had her whole like fascist speech, right? And then started speaking Valyrian. You think you start speaking Valyrian to these people, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, our savior." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, lady?" Torm Manderly was looking at Orwell like, "Yo, are you seeing this?"
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about her basically revealing the prophecy to the general
world?
public?
Yeah, bro. It's that the thing is that that's going over everybody's head. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, they're not thinking about Prince that was like, they didn't even. First of all, she said that the Prince that was promised part, like, "I am the Prince that was promised" in Valyrian. But like,
most of them don't really know what she's talking about.
Yeah, like, everything was cool until she's like, "From a threat far into the north, beyond the lands of winter," and then that's when everybody's like, "Wait. I thought we were talking about the High Towers."
She was just like crazy out of her mind.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying like this was a prophecy. This was prophesized before Viserys was born. It has to be the High Tower line can't fulfill this prophecy. It has to be my line. And then everyone's like,
"I will light the way."
Yeah, right. Taking their lines, their house words, and it's like, dude, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah, I think like from a story standpoint, like I think it makes sense, but like I don't like that Rhaenyra revealed the prophecy to the general public because it's been kept so private within House Targaryen. I mean, not even Viserys didn't even tell Daemon,
Right,
and
yeah.
Daemon was the heir for what, like 15, 16 years?
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess this was her way of telling Joffrey too, right? She even tells Joffrey like in the beginning. He doesn't even say a word. He's just like, "Yeah, mom, whatever. Nice crown, thanks."
Yeah, and I think that also shows you just how like arrogant she's become. Because before, like, she would have kept this private, but now since she feels like she's the chosen one, and it'll all come to pass, like no matter what happens, she's just like, I don't care. Like, I'll tell everyone. It doesn't even matter. Like, I'm gonna end up on the throne anyway. So
yeah, she says Rhaenyra the Chosen, just like that, word for word. So she's like, "Oh, what does it matter?"
Yeah. So taking it back to the murdering of the High Septon, I just think it was kind of like the worst time to do it, because like what we were saying before, her reign hasn't exactly been stable. So murdering the High Septon was probably like one of the worst things that she could do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was one of the things where it could do like more harm than good.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was even necessary because she went out there and did the speech without the faith anyways.
Yeah.
So like she kind of like anointed herself in a way.
Yeah.
So what was the point of murdering the High Septon? Now you have like thousands of people in the common folk and probably houses throughout the realm that'll hear this and turn against you just because of that, you know?
Yeah,
And
dude.
she kind of basically gave the small folk the rallying cry. And you know that Mysaria will be at the head of the snake, making sure that she goes down next season.
Oh, dude, it's over, bro. You guys thought the High Sparrow was a long and painful one. Get ready, right? Like you don't fuck with the faith, bro. You know how it goes. And it's not even the fact that she killed the Pope, right? It's that she killed the Pope in the Vatican, right? Like in the fucking church right there. Then immediately after he gets smoked, she goes outside and delivers a speech, right? And all the small folk are gonna gather around. We've seen it time and time again throughout Westerosi history. The poor fellows, the warrior sons, like all the fucking faithful, or all the common folks, you know, they always rally behind like the stars and swords. So
yeah, they just need a reason.
Yeah, bro, just give them a fucking reason. And killing the Pope is one of them.
Gave them the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so before we wrap up Rhaenyra's segment, let's talk about that final scene where she walks up to the window where Helaena killed herself and takes a look at the tapestry that she was sewing. So how do you interpret this scene?
No, I mean, I really liked it. I think it was very, very well done, right? Very creative. I like that she's been kind of weaving that the entire time. I wish Rhaenyra would have kept looking at it, right? Just spoil the entire shift. Like, come on, bro. Like, just read everything for us. She has all the answers are there, guys. Somebody please just check on her.
She has Ryan Condal's notes.
Yes, dude. And I like how, you know, that incorporated the intro with the weaving of the tapestry. It's like the entire like theme of the show, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
Like history being sewed as we see it.
Yeah, so I mean, I liked it. I liked how she depicted herself as a butterfly, pretty much flying. Like it looked very, very like beautifully done, right? Like her falling looks like like her crying, but it also makes her look like a butterfly. And then right after that,
like set herself free.
Exactly, but landing on the fucking spikes is how you do it. Yeah. And then Rhaenyra, right, sitting on the throne, bleeding, right, blood everywhere from her eyes, from the chair, just spewing everywhere, and then like the Kraken and the arms and the swords, like all the war behind the Iron Throne. For me, it was great. Like I said, beautifully done. I wish Rhaenyra would have shown us more of the tapestry, but here we are.
Yeah, I think this scene was well done, and I think it was like a good close to the season. But I also think it like solidified Rhaenyra's turn into a new character in a way, because you know, like throughout the show, she's been like this sympathetic figure. You know, in the first episode, she lost her mom. Later on, she loses her dad. She has a miscarriage. She starts losing sons left and right. But now she's someone who's willing to, you know, abuse her pregnant sister and murder the High Septon in broad daylight. And after she saw herself on the Iron Throne, like on Helena's tapestry, I think that was like the proof that she needed to justify everything. Well, everything that she's done and everything that she's about to do.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm sure that's exactly how she interpreted too, right? And anything to fuel that confirmation bias that she has, that she was ordained and this was meant to be and she's the prince that was promised. You know, anything to fuel that is just going to, you know, motivate her, or she'll twist it in a way that makes sense, right? But no, I mean, I think great way to end the season for sure.
Yeah, she's been barking up that tree where I think when she saw the tapestry with her on the throne, even though there was blood all around her and chaos, like all she cared about was seeing herself on the throne.
Right, exactly. She's like, fuck it, I'm here. That's all that matters.
And I don't know if you noticed, but like when she walked into the room, her expression was somewhat like worried or like shocked. But then after she saw the tapestry, no, like it was like just what she wanted to see. And then she closed the window as like, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
You know,
chapter's closed.
Yeah, like she's been keeping Helaena alive, trying to like squeeze some dreams out of her, squeeze some prophecy out of her. But now that she saw that Helaena also saw her on the Iron Throne, like that's all she needed to see, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly like Bela says, right? You use people until they are no longer useful to you, and then you throw them away, right? And that's what she says. Insolence runs in her blood. That's Daemon's daughter, you know? And I
Yeah.
like that Bela checked her ass. Like, hey, you know, what about Corlys? What about the Sea Snake? What are we going to do about this? She's like, hey,
Yeah,
you know, Daemon got that. Don't worry.
I think it's messed up that she is just like, oh, I mean, after Daemon takes the city, we'll look for him.
Yeah, if maybe
But
he's alive,
the
maybe not.
guy, without Corlys, like Rhaenyra wouldn't be in the position that she's in. I mean, this guy, poor guy, he lost his fleet, he lost his castle, his wife,
his finger,
his son, like his finger. He lost everything basically. And Rhaenyra doesn't even send out 10 good men to go find his ass.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, I mean, you know, somebody had to check her, but you know, Rhaenyra's ego is stronger. She's like, you insolent child. You like, don't even think about telling me what to do. And then just kept going about her business. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say that she was right.
Yeah. Do you think it's setting up to where Corlys might, because I think wasn't it said that Bela was locked up after that conversation so she wouldn't flee?
Yeah, that she's pretty much on fucking house arrest right now.
Yeah, so do you think Corlys next season will free her?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'll probably be like Alan or Adam, one of them. I don't know if it'll be Corlys. I would say Adam or Alan will probably do it though.
Or it could be both Adam and Bela locked up and Corlys sets both of them free.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one that's going to have the most freedom is definitely Alan, right? So he's the one that's like her right-hand man right now. He's pretty much subbed in as Hand of the King for Corlys, which is fucking crazy to me because he went from like getting a huge promotion to first mate of the Velaryon ship during the Battle of the Gullet to
now he's the right-hand man.
Fucking Tyrion, right? He was Hand of the King in Tywin's stead. This is what this guy's doing. So
yeah, basically
insane. But yeah, so let's shift over to Harrenhal, right? The land of the River Kings of old. And Alice, who seems to be Harren the Black's widow. How did you feel about them throwing in this story?
Yeah, I think her origin story kind of ties up like all the loose ends regarding her arc this season. Because you know we saw earlier when she was speaking to Daemon that she wanted to be Lady of Harrenhal, and at the time it was like, okay, she's a little bit delusional because you know she's a witch, but she's just a midwife, so you can't really make someone like that the Lady of Harrenhal. But now we see that she wasn't being delusional. Right. Like she has deep ties to the castle, and I like that they expanded on her character because she kind of goes from this like mystical, like supernatural side character to someone with like a real claim. And it kind of makes me want to go back and rewatch all her scenes because it's like a different context to it now.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, for me, bro, this is probably the best change from the book that I saw this episode.
Yeah,
holy fuck, giving Alice that's such a huge weight. I mean, she's been cursed. She's had to see, and Harrenhal gets passed around more than any other castle in the realm, right? Like that shit goes like she said,
it's cursed.
It's cursed. Whatever Lord touches it, she's the one that's gonna, you know, she's the one that's there and has to watch them have her own fucking castle while she's just there. She can't even die. She said, you know, she tried to do everything to save her son. And at the end of the day, she couldn't do it. And she tried to go with him. And she realized, hey, I can't die.
It backfired on him.
I'm stuck here. Right. So I really want to know now more than ever how season 4 ends for her and what ends up happening there. I'm very curious. I like the turn that they're taking with Alice's story.
Yeah, I really like it as well. And a little bit off topic here, but now that there's like confirmation that they're working on the Aegon's Conquest like as a movie, do you think we'll see?
Dude, Alice? I would love that. I would love that so much if they cast Alice as the fucking Lady of Harrenhal, dude, and the same actress and everything.
That'd be crazy.
Dude, that would be
There's some like
so
full
cool.
circle.
Yes, that would be amazing. I would want nothing more than that.
Yeah, I hope we see that as well.
Yeah.
And do you think we'll see at some point, maybe in season 4, a moment kind of like where we got with Melisandre, where we see like her real age?
No, because I mean, I don't really see her having a glamour. I mean, maybe it's like a hidden glamour that we don't really see. Um, I don't know. I definitely feel like old god magic is probably a lot different than
R'hllor.
R'hllor. Yeah, than R'hllor's magic. Um, so no, I don't know. I feel like they'll probably just keep her like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so how did you feel about Aegon landing? Right, so Aemon's sleeping. He hears a dragon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not think it was Aegon. I thought Vhagar was here. I thought,
Me too.
yo, Vhagar's back. We're
In the
reuniting.
season, yeah.
Yeah, and then I see Aegon hop off. I'm alive.
It was a different type of reunion.
Yes, bro, that was so funny, man. And he just goes up and slaps the shit out of him. But what did you think? What did you think about the scene and Aegon pulling up?
So I have like mixed feelings about it
Mm-hmm.
because I think if we separate Aegon and Aemond from the scene, I think I really like what they did with Aegon here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure about how I feel about this scene in general because the show really emphasized the fact that Aegon wanted to kill Aemond.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I feel like Aemond got off a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked it better if Aegon like beat Aemond within an inch of his life or something like that,
Yeah.
only to spare him in the end because he could still be of use
Yeah.
or like something along those lines.
Yeah,
What
I
do you think?
agree. I agree. I think Aegon should have dug a little bit deeper on him. Like, yeah, maybe cut him a bit. Do something to him, right? Because you just slap the shit out of him and and threaten him and call him a cunt.
Yeah, and that was it.
And that's pretty much it. It's like, hey, listen, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna come with me. We're gonna go to King's Landing. We're gonna pick up Daeron and Ormond. Tell them, hey, look, I'm fucking king. We're gonna get my banner, and we're all gonna go to King's Landing together and live happily ever after, right? So, I mean, man, anytime Tom Glencarney is acting, bro, like he's acting his
Yeah, he
ass off.
killed it.
Yeah, I feel like he made Aegon so fun. Like anytime I see him, I'm like, bro, yes, it's gonna be an amazing scene. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. I do think Aemond was just like, yeah, it's like Aegon says, I thought this would be more fun, like more fight in him.
Yeah, I mean, he basically said it himself. I think Aemon got off a little bit too easy.
Yeah, but like how Daemon left Harrenhal changed and he got his confidence back. But you can tell like he had already accepted Rhaenyra. I want to know how Aemond ends up leaving Harrenhal and when he has his confidence back and what kind of story he plays. Because now at this point it's like, okay, do I go with Aegon and repent and go back to my old life, or do I move on and stay here with Alice? Which is what I think he's gonna do. He's just gonna stay here with Alice. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not the biggest fan of the way Aemon's character arc ended this season. And I think I kind of saw it coming when we were predicting what would happen with him at Harrenhal.
mhm.
But I think he's become like a little bit too soft, a little bit too vulnerable for my liking of his character. And I understand that they try to like break him down for him to mature and kind of like for us to sympathize with his character a little bit. But I don't think every character needs that. And I guess we'll just have to see where they take him next season. But like as of right now, I think they nerfed him and stripped him of like all the aura that he had.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think he gets nerfed, right? Like you said, he was like a cartoon villain. This guy has an eye patch and a sapphire in the eye. Like he's an edgelord. It doesn't get any edgier than this. And he's on his hands and knees. But like then, obviously, if it was able to break down Daemon, right, who is like 10 times the man that Aemond is just a boy who doesn't know any better. He's in over his head and he's angry, right? Like it's definitely, if it broke Daemon down like that, Harrenhal could break Aemond down like that, and anybody else who tries to run it. So that's the way I try to rationalize it. At least that's why he's so like soft, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think even if they wanted to break him down, I think it would still be within character if he was vulnerable with Alice, but with everybody else, he was still like a psychopath.
Right.
I think that would have still been in line with his character. And
Yeah.
I think it would have, in my opinion, been better.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is like how even
And they kind of like,
Mhm.
yeah, they kind of like they dug their own grave by having Aemond like try to kill Aegon, and then now Aegon obviously wants revenge. So that they kind of like they did it to themselves. So now they kind of have to like wrap this up or like tie that end up in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but then I don't know. I feel like in one way or another, one character had to kind of take the L, and it just so happened to be Aemond.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, right? I just think, even Damon, when the whole Willem Blackwood shit was going on, and he even pulled up on Caraxes, like he was still kind of out of it. Like he wasn't himself throughout any negotiations. Even when he met Oscar Tully, he wasn't himself. So
I just feel like, well, actually, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get into spoilers, but
yeah,
anyways, I do feel like we needed to see them reunite at some point.
yeah,
And at the very least, I'm glad that they didn't save the reunion for later on in the story when there's like higher stakes and like bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
But I think for next season, I kind of want to see them have conversations similar to like the ones that Aegon would have with Larys, where maybe they talk about what happened at Rook's Rest. They talk about Alicent trying to poison Aemond, or maybe even like seeing their reaction to Helena's death together. Those are like things that I would want to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely would need to see all of that. I just don't know if they'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aegon will help Aemond find Vhagar, and
that would be nice. That would
Aemond will go back to Harrenhal after that.
Yeah, brotherly love right there. Like, yeah, they go off, they find Vhagar. Even though I low key think that the only reason Vhagar is missing is something to do with Alice. I just don't know what she's doing, if there's like a spell, because like Sunfire pulled up like nothing, right? So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what Alice is doing, but she's doing something. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think it makes sense when Alice was saying that maybe Vhagar went away to help him hide, to help Aemond hide while he was vulnerable?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, right? Like, I think that's just what she's saying, but
telepathically.
Yeah, like she knows, right? She knows where Vhagar is or where Vhagar is being held. I mean, I don't know how you hold the world's largest dragon anywhere.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird that we see like signs of Vhagar, but we haven't seen Vhagar.
That's weird. Yeah, unless she got some sort of invisibility shit going on, and I don't know what she's doing, but I know she's doing something, and that's why Vhagar's not there.
Yeah. But on that note, let's pivot to Tumbleton.
Oof.
So at Tumbleton, Ormond Hightower decides to knight Daeron and style him Daeron the Daring. And I don't know, Ryan Condal has to be trolling us, right? Maybe even you specifically. Because I know how you feel about this.
Dude, he hasn't done shit to earn Daeron the Daring. Like, how are you guys just gonna stop calling him that? If you guys would have done the honey wine, then yeah, hell yeah, he's the Daring. This guy hasn't even been on his dragon. This guy's dragon's in fucking chains.
We haven't seen him on Viserion.
Right, at all. And like he earns his knighting. He earns his spurs. And here it's like, all right, son, it's the big day. You wouldn't want to be a little squire now, would you? Let's be a knight during this final day.
Yeah, he's kind of like rubbing it in. And I don't know why he would keep rubbing it in when we haven't really seen him do anything. And like we've mentioned before, like it would have been perfect if they never cut out the battle at the Honeywine, because then at that point we would have seen Daeron do something brave and daring. But as of right now, it's just like a slap to the face, honestly.
Yeah, dude. The only thing daring about him this season was letting go of the sea snake, pretty much, and having that peace treaty plan. Right, like that was the only kingly thing that he was like pulling out of. Even though like you can tell like he's frustrated. He wants to do more than what he's able to. Right, he's very limited. And Ormond is like a fucking loose cannon. And if this guy's your father figure, parental guidance, military leader, whatever, future hand of the king, like you're stuck. You got to do something. So, what did you think about his Hail Mary with sending Gwaine and Corlys over to Daemon?
I mean, I think it was worth it because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Daeron and Gwaine knew about Ulf turning over to their side.
No, yeah, they didn't know.
In their minds, like with Daemon, Caraxes, and the Winter Robes outside the gates, they were about to get mopped. So from their point of view, it was at least worth a shot, right? Even if it didn't work.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right, like it was like, what else are you gonna do if you're not gonna let Daeron get on his dragon? Well, all right, I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too deep into the battle at Tumbleton yet, but I think it would have been perfect if Daeron decided to hop onto Serion when he saw that Ulf was burning the city, like even
Right.
innocent people. I think that would have been the perfect opportunity to have him live up to the name,
Yeah,
because
I agree.
he would have been fighting somebody with a way bigger dragon than his. We wouldn't even have needed to see him kill Ulf or take out Silverwing, but it would have just been cool to see him chase them away in a way, you know?
Yeah. I get what you mean. Or, maybe in the beginning he's gonna think that him and Ulf are on the same side. So he's like, oh, let me join you. Let me help you burn this army. And then when he sees Ulf hit the U-turn, then he kind of like becomes a martyr and like sacrifices himself to try to stop Ulf. And obviously he doesn't
They even
succeed.
they I don't know what they were doing, because they even had the scene where Daeron was like, "I don't want to be seen as a Craven," and
Mhm.
then they don't have him do anything. So like, what was the point of that?
It's
I
too
don't
late,
understand.
boss. It's too late. You're seen as a
I guess
craven
they're
now.
building it up for next season, but they're just waiting way too long. Like it should have happened already.
Dude, it's because like the pacing of this show, bro. This is what I've been saying this entire time, right? Since this season started, since every season, since this entire series began. Some parts, the pacing is great. Sometimes some things are too fast. Sometimes things are too slow, and we can never get a right medium, right level of.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of feels like different people. Well, I know different people are working on the show at the same time, but it kind of feels like everyone is on a different page.
Yeah, and we only have 8 episodes. And Ryan Condal for the next season, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, season 4, we're gonna introduce a bunch more characters and this and that." And I'm like, brother, you barely got time for the characters that you have. What other characters are you gonna bring in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that next season is kind of like a fresh slate, because this season they added the first two
Orman,
episodes,
yeah,
which was supposed to be the finale for last season. So hopefully for season 4, it's like new slate. You could set up the season in
hmm
a way that makes sense, and hopefully the pacing is better.
yeah. That's the goal, right? So I guess we'll
Yeah,
see. But I mean,
but
yeah, and in that Tumbleton, while Daeron was doing his peace treaty, we got fucking Ormond running around the city like with John Roxon, like they're Eric and Eric looking for Aegon. They're looking for Ulf.
yeah, I know that you weren't the biggest fan of this scene because it was like reminiscent of that one, but I think it actually works a lot better for Ulf because it's like on brand for his character. Because
Yeah.
when Aegon was missing, I felt like it was just stalling the plot. But Ulf blacking out on the toilet before a battle is like so on brand for his character
Yeah.
that I actually like really liked that they decided to go in that direction.
Yeah, no, it was great. And then we see Ormond just throwing up as soon as he finds him. And what does he do, bro? He does exactly what Damon did to Ulf in the middle of the street. Beat the fuck out of him, berate him, said
Yeah,
you
clearly
fucking
he didn't read the room when he was talking to
no. Called him a baseborn scrub, this and that. Just get on your fucking dragon and do what you're told, bitch. That's what you're supposed to do.
Ulf.
And
That's
Ulf was
basically
like,
what he said.
all right, motherfucker, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
So as we go deeper into the Battle of Tumbleton, right? Like when we're finally setting up, we got the Winter Wolves outside. You know, Ormond is fortifying the walls with fucking children. This guy is fucking sick. How low is Ormond willing to go for this battle?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because he talks about the Targaryens being like this savage race, and how like the High Towers are more righteous because they follow the faith of the Seven. But here he is putting children on the wall
Dude,
and giving them weapons
he pretty
to.
much put him to the sword. It essentially doomed them.
Yeah, so it's like he's being really hypocritical here, and I don't know. He kind of like set them up to die literally. I mean, we know he did that on purpose, but
Right.
he is going up against Damon. So,
Yeah.
like, what was he knew what was gonna happen. So he basically did that as kind of like to give Rhaenyra like a hit to her PR. Like, oh, Rhaenyra's army is out here killing
Babe
children.
killer.
Or,
Yeah, no, John
yeah,
Roxon
Damon
called
is
him
killing.
babe killer.
Yeah, Damon is out here killing children in Rhaenyra's name. Like, that's basically what that was for, because he knew what was gonna happen.
Right, and they just kept it going. So, nah, man. I mean, this guy's a sicko, bro. I I love the way that it went down. Right, how it took a little bit long to get the battle started. Right, with the entire Winter Wolves like war chant before they attack the castle. Right, I'm like, all right, you guys
Yeah,
are like dragging it. But eventually, I mean, it becomes badass. Like the Winter Wolves show up and they beat
I thought that
everybody.
was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I liked it, and it showed, it showed the
That they were
North.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were like real savages. I mean, dude, Rowdy the Ruin kills a kid, right? That shit didn't hurt him. That shit was like a flea bite, and he just fucking murdered him. So it's like, yeah, the
yeah,
North
he was
like
a
is
savage.
known for like being honorable, but we got some fucking savages out here, you know?
Yeah, and it kind of made me just want more out of them in general.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it made me miss even more the fact that they cut out the battle by the lakeshore,
Yeah,
because I think that would have been the perfect intro to them in general,
yeah, yeah.
because
I
then it
mean,
would have kind of like built up their legend to this fight.
mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, Roddy the Ruin too. Like he fucking killed it. Like just watching him on screen, like his acting was great. His dialogue, like his delivery, everything was great. I love that he was the one that chased the fuck out of Ormond, and like when Ormond sliced his arm off, he squirted the blood in his face, and then he gave him a proper fucking from the North. And when he sees Ulf coming down, what does he do? He gets super hyped. He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
time to
starts
go.
laughing.
I'm ready to die. Let's go."
Yeah, I mean, at that point, he just got his arm chopped off. So yeah, might as well just take me out, brother.
Yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm ready to go. And he was just saying, he's like, yo, we made it into the city. The gates are open and we're still alive. What are we doing wrong? So that
Yeah,
was funny.
I think they lived up to the hype, because um, when Cregan had mentioned them back in season 2, he hyped them up. So
Mhm.
I think they delivered on that. Even though they cut out the battle by the lakeshore, I think
Mhm.
they still showed what they were capable of.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
Yeah. So what do you think about so Damon was leading the army, and he kind
Mhm.
of like put everyone in place, and he obviously had the Winter Wolves in the vanguard,
Mhm.
and he had himself in the middle. But do you feel like leaving Caraxes was the right move or the wrong move?
I mean, that was his conscious, right? He was like, let me just leave Caraxes, bro, because if I don't, I'm going to burn this shit to the ground.
I'm gonna hear from Rhaenyra if I don't.
Yeah, no, or like Caraxes just like, dude, he's huge. He has a long ass neck. Like he's just gonna turn his head to burn some shit, and like 3 buildings are like 40 civilians are dead, right? Like the casualty number would like be exponential. Like it would just go up significantly just having Caraxes out there, right?
Yeah,
So I
but
thought that
I feel
was,
like yeah, it ended up biting him in the ass because of Ulf. Obviously, he didn't
yeah,
expect
yeah,
Ulf
yeah,
to turn. So, but I feel like the one time Damon like listened to Rhaenyra was the one time that it ended up biting him in the ass.
yeah, man.
Because
How unfortunate.
if he would have stayed on Caraxes, then he probably would have been able to 1v1 Ulf and take him out pretty easily, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
Caraxes,
since
bro,
he was
battle
caught with his
tested.
pants down, he got destroyed basically, or the army got destroyed.
Yeah,
I mean, it was basically like a free buffet, because Silverwing was out there just burning the entire army, and the army had no choice but to run, because there
where are
was
you gonna
no other
run?
dragon there to protect them.
Where are you gonna run when you got a fully grown dragon just burning you guys to the fucking ground? But
Yeah,
and it was crazy how it looked. Like we get Corliss's point of view, right? He just looks up and he's like, "Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here." This guy just
and it's
completely
sad
turned on
how
us.
like when they see Silverwing pull up, the whole
Oh
army's
my
hype.
god! They're like,
Yo,
"Yeah, oh
we got another dragon on our side. We're about to completely destroy the high towers.
yeah." They're like,
But
"It's over, bro." Little did they
but
know.
then, yeah, before they even had a chance to know what was happening, they were all barbecue chicken.
Yeah, yo, literally, dude. So I mean, dude, good luck to anybody that was in Ulf's way that day.
Yeah, and I mean, in my opinion, Ulf, the actor that plays Ulf, has done a really good job of
He's
playing
killing
Ulf.
it. He's killing
But
it.
from a character perspective, like I've never liked him because he's just unlikable. but now even more so. Like he just torched the entire Black Army.
Yeah,
Now he's
no, I mean, dude,
public enemy number one.
yeah, I mean, good luck, brother. Let's see how long you last now. You got a lot of enemies now. No black or green. Right now you're team white. Literally.
Yeah.
Off the white. That's it.
So how do you feel about Daemon versus Jon Roxton?
Dude, Valyrian Steel versus Valyrian Steel. My guy Jon Roxton with the two-hander. That was pretty crazy. I like it. That's a big dude, bro. That was a good fight. Like you see Daemon, like he can hold his own, like he's a warrior, but like, dude, you could see like he was getting clapped.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did a good job of like establishing that Jon Roxton is a problem. Because up to this point, you know, he's been like Ormond's right-hand man. And, you know, you can kind of assume that he's like competent and he's probably a strong fighter. But I think by putting him up against Daemon and having him win, now like everyone knows that this guy is the real deal.
Yeah, 100%. And if the Valyrian Steel Sword wasn't a clear indicator, right, you got to see that shit firsthand.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw them go up against each other, I was kind of like wondering where that would go.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, are they really gonna kill off Jon Roxton here? Or
nah, I was like, lose? Yeah, I know. And I was like, they're not gonna let Daemon lose. So I'm sure Roxton's about to get smoked right now. But no, it was like they did a little cop out, like see you later. This isn't over yet. Haha. And then he goes to find Ormond's body later on. So
how'd you feel about for a second there? I thought Daemon was gonna lose an eye. Because
oh my god, he did like the mountain and and Oberyn.
I don't know how he got away from that, but
he used a vase or something like that, a vase, and hit him over the head with it.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that Jon Roxton had a mailed fist, so Daemon's eye should be cooked right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like he, at least dented in a little bit.
For a second, I was thinking, is Ryan Condor really corny enough to have Aemond one eye versus Daemon one eye?
Oh no, dude, that would have infuriated me. Dude, what? And it was one eye. Imagine it's the same eye too. Fuck no.
Yeah, I would have been pissed.
We already saw Daemon with an eye patch in that vision in Harrenhal. I'm good. I don't need another one.
Yeah, I could have pictured him in the behind the scenes, like, you know, back in season 2, Daemon saw a vision of himself with one eye, so it kind of all came full circle. Like,
yeah, it was kind of a mistake at first, but we just ran with it. But
yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Nah, bro, and while Daemon's out there like huffing and puffing in the smoke, like dude barely alive, and Corlys is the one that's like, "Hey, Ulf turned. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, I feel like he was disoriented, like when you wake up from a long nap.
Yeah,
and you don't know what the hell's going on. That was Daemon, because he seeing like a dragon above him, like burning the town. And he just got his ass beat. He's probably like, yo, I thought I left Harrenhal weeks ago. Like, what's going on right now?
Yeah, why is there a dragon burning the city? I didn't tell a dragon to burn the city. What's going on? Oh man, I can't wait to see Daemon's initial reaction in season 4, right? When we let it all sink in after Tumbleton and see, Rhaenyra and see Daemon, everybody reacting to the betrayal.
Yeah, and I think it was fitting that Corlys was the one to rescue him, because he basically had to be like, yo, it's a wrap. Like we took a huge L. We gotta leave now.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. And it's another thing that was interesting was Hugh. He pulled up, ran in, which by the way, what's up with that hammer? Like that's a baby ass hammer. Like that ain't no Robert Baratheon hammer. This guy is Hugh Hammer, and you gave him like a fucking Home Depot 99-cent what is that?
Well, the crown is broke right now, so
yeah, you're right, bro. The coffers are dry. Value. Yeah. We're don't worry. The crown is hard at work. We're looking for Tyrion Lannister. We'll recover the gold.
Yeah, I think we were expecting Hugh to also turn, but do you think they're saving that for next season?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like he sees Cat. I still don't know. Maybe it's gonna be like Daemon's reaction to to Hugh's betrayal, or like, hey, what you abandoned your post. You were to stay at the Dragon Keep. Like,
yeah, he's gonna be like, dude, fuck you, I just lost my wife.
Yeah, I feel like something along those lines, like that'll happen. I feel like Hugh was another one that was pretty underutilized, right? Like, I don't really have too much to say about it, I guess, without getting into spoilers. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess it made sense. Like, it could make sense because I wasn't really seeing how he was gonna turn unless it was like a
right,
misunderstanding with his wife.
it needed to be
You know,
drastic.
the one time where you could use a misunderstanding, they didn't use it, which
Yeah.
was interesting because I feel like what they could have done was maybe had Damon on Caraxes try to burn part of the city or for whatever reason, and then his wife gets caught up in that.
hmm
That would have been a good misunderstanding.
Right.
But in my opinion, what do you think?
Yeah, no, and it's crazy because it wasn't even Damon that was flying over the city and committing that to begin with.
Or
Um,
maybe Damon ordering Hugh to burn part of the city or something like that.
yeah.
And then he was like, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna turn on your ass instead. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like fuck you. Why shouldn't I be king? Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're saving all of Hugh's lines for season 4, I guess. But I don't know. It felt like he was a little underutilized this season.
Yeah, I think they're leaving that for next season.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Which I'm fine with that.
yeah. Yeah, not too mad about it. I mean, I knew his wife was going to die. Not surprised at all. So, I mean, we'll see. The only thing that shocked me was really when, he showed up with a dragon and she's like, nah, fuck a dragon. I needed you here. And he's like, brother, I just got a huge promotion. Like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, that's the only time that I was like, okay, like, that's weird, but,
Yeah, she wasn't trying to have any of that.
yeah.
But yeah, now that we're done with the season, what do you think this finale like stands with the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good tying up of the loose ends. I like I like the war. I like that we finally got the battle. Tumbleton was great. I mean, dude, if we would have gotten some more choreographed battles at the lakeshore, at the fish feed, that would have been, it would have been a more complete season to me, right? At the end of the day, this is a war. Battles are fought. The dialogue I was impressed, right? For the most part, there are certain characters, um, Allison in particular, right? That was just butchered, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I still have no idea what they're gonna do with Allison.
Yeah, like that part really upset me about the season as a whole. But other than that, I mean, I feel like season 3 was overall a good season.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
it was better, probably better than what I thought it would have been.
Mhm.
And especially when George on his blog was saying that basically season 3 and season 4 were going to be a disaster. It kind of like got me worried,
Right.
but I think it was a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I thought it was, I had hope that it was going to be good, but it was probably like a little bit better than just good.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
I think I would give it a solid 8.
yeah, an 8 is fair. I would agree with you. Again, my issues with the fucking pacing, like the first 3 episodes, like pretty much wrapping
Yeah,
up.
I just think they have like some really weird choices from like what they choose to include in the story and what they choose not to include in the story.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. But I mean, overall it's good. I mean, I'm sad that, it's over and we won't be getting any more, weekly Westeros content. I mean, it's the only reason I was looking forward to Sundays. So that aspect of it sucks, but I mean, overall I think the actors killed it, right? My only real complaint this season was Alicent. I love Aegon's little side plot. I love Tom Glencarny and everything they did with them. I think it's crazy because I noticed online that the casual viewer, that only watches the show, seems to be Team Green now for some reason. Which
Oh,
is,
really?
yeah. I mean, I see a lot of people rooting for Aegon and a lot of people preying on Rhaenyra's downfall. So it's crazy how much that kind of narrative can shift. Where I felt like in the books, not very clearly, but you could, for the most part, argue that a lot of people were, Team Black, right?
Team Black.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think the show went out of their way to kind of make the Greens more sympathetic.
right.
especially with what they did with Alicent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I had one major complaint for the season, it would be Alicent.
Mm-hmm.
And then my minor complaints would probably be the way that Aemon's character arc turned out, and the way that Daeron's character arc turned out.
Yeah.
Those are probably like my 3 complaints for this season.
Yeah, I think they could have done a lot more with Daeron than just having him, be announced the king and kind of being a slave to Ormond and doing whatever he says. I thought he would be more daring. I thought he would be more knightly. I thought he would be the true leader out of all of Alicent's kids, like the one good one, right? Like the Jaehaerys of the bunch, let's say, right?
I mean, he is.
He is. He would have been, right?
Just hasn't had that coming of age moment, is what we were looking for.
Right, which he's supposed to have and didn't have. So, that really fucking sucks. And my other complaint was, just not seeing Aegon fly away on Stormcloud during the Battle of the Gullet, because I feel like that's something that just hits home. It's something that really shapes the realm moving forward. Questionable changes. They had some good ones, but
they dug their own grave with that one when they casted
4-year-old or whatever. Yeah.
And when they basically made Stormcloud a hatchling. Yeah, I feel like those are like small mistakes that have big consequences.
Yeah.
But what are we gonna do now?
No, I mean, dude, like you said, bro. Overall, I'd give it an 8. I'm hyped to see how season 4 goes. And yeah,
do you think they have enough? Well, from what's been reported online, they're gonna have 8 episodes for season 4. So, do you think they have enough episodes to wrap the story up?
No, 8 episodes is never enough. I mean, it should always be 10, because then they start rushing and the pacing gets fucked. And that's why the first 2 episodes were really episode 9 and 10 of season 2. So now in season 4, I mean, maybe they changed it, but I did think they have a pretty solid finale for season 3, unlike season 2. So I'm curious to see how the first 2 episodes of season 4, how we kick that off. I mean, I have a pretty good idea. I'll save those thoughts for when we do our predictions. But yeah, I mean, I went into this thinking that season 3 would be one of the strongest seasons. Like, it could probably even compete with 4. But now I know for a fact that 4 is going to be the best one, right? Like, they have to.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, dude, what? God's eye. Like, there's stuff coming that I feel like is going to be really good. So I feel like I'm going to put all my fucking chips on season 4.
Yeah. I mean, I think so far, would you say that season 3 is the best season so far? I think I would give it the slight edge over season 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's definitely not season 2. That's the worst one.
Because season 1, in my opinion, it has the biggest pacing issues. And that's probably my biggest complaint from that season.
All the time skips?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but in my opinion, season 1 should have been split into 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Where like a pre-time skip and a post-time skip kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like 10 episodes each.
Yeah.
But I just think that the time skips are just throw the pacing out of whack, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I'll go ahead and say, yeah, season 3 is the strongest one so far. But I would think that season 4 is going to be stronger.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would hope.
I do think that the pacing issues. I do think the pacing issues are not going to go away, though. I feel like it's just something that the show just innately has and has always had, and
it's just a Ryan Condal thing.
Yeah, and will continue to have. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but I guess for now we just have Dunk and Egg to look forward to.
Oh,
it's supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Apparently, they finished filming.
I can't wait. I feel like that one was received a lot better than House of the Dragon season 3. I do think House of the Dragon probably had more viewership, but like overall sentiment online, I would say that Dunk and Egg was way more positive. There was way less negativity surrounding it. So,
well, just because Ira Parker is more inclined to stay faithful to the books,
dude, and he did a whole AMA. Like, Ira Parker's legit, bro. So I mean, you can't say it's like the whole Westeros fandom. I think it's definitely a you problem, buddy. So, guess we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, I think at its core, House of the Dragon is just a more controversial story in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, and then the source material is way easier in Dunk and Egg, where it's a straight up novel, right? Where this one is all like interpreting a history book.
The Dunk and Egg novellas also have dialogue that Ira Parker can pull from, versus Fire and Blood doesn't have as much.
Yeah, we got direct quotes, bro. He was using the book as a script at that point, right? Yeah. Same thing with Dave and Dan when they were in the early seasons of Game of Thrones, where they were pulling lines from the books, and it was just perfect, you know?
Yeah, but I have a lot of hope for season 2 of Dunk and Egg.
Oh, 100%. And anything else that, you know, comes through the A Song of Ice and Fire universe, I mean, I will continue to be hyped for and cover. So let's see.
Yeah. And for now, I guess we only have, aside from Dunk and Egg, Aegon's Conquest to look forward to. But hopefully we get more on the way.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Winds of Winter.
I mean, I'll take the Sea Snake, but I really want the Robert's Rebellion to be adapted into a show.
Yeah.
Maybe the play that came out in the UK, maybe it's really successful.
Yeah.
And HBO will see that.
Yeah, I mean, and the guys from the play, I mean, dude, huge shout out to them, right? I read all the spoilers. I saw the costume designs. The Mad King looks amazing, right? So I feel like dude, you know, we want to see that shit on the big screen, right? A play is cool. I'm not gonna go to London right now to go watch it. Yeah, give me a movie, give me a show, give me something. You know, we definitely are curious. We want more. So let's see, man.
Yeah, but that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure to go check out the Clanking Dragons channel. I'll leave a link in the description. And be on the lookout for the off season where we'll continue to make A Song of Ice and Fire content.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.